Sometimes the work speaks before you do, and when you stay longer enough, people begin to hear it too. My name is Adetoro Debas and I'm the winner of the Next of Kin Series 8, Themed Fragment of Being. What the win meant to me the moment it was announced was honestly very quiet. Not because it was big, but because I immediately started thinking about everything that led to that moment. The years of working, the times I applied and nothing happened, the moment I had to go back to my studio and question my own work. And what it means to me now after reflecting on it is responsibilities. Yeah. Because I feel like I now have a larger space to speak through my work, in which I'm very happy about. I would love to describe my artistic voice at this stage as something that is still becoming, but very clear about its direction. What makes it distinctly mine is the honesty in the process and the way I approach the human form through the wood-like fragments and textures. I'm interested in how people are built over time through pressure, experiences, growth, and I think the fragment would help me express that in a very honest way. What I've been thinking a lot about lately in my practice is weight. Not the physical weight, but the emotional weight. Things like expectation, memory, silence, survivor, how people still find a way to exist through all that. It showed up clearly in the works I presented at Next of Kin Series 8 during the exhibition. The works appear calm physically, but internally there are tensions, movements, and emotion inside them. What winning a solo exhibition of this scale means to me is responsibilities. It's more than the celebration, but because I now have a larger space to communicate something deeper than what it is. And what I want people to feel in the solo exhibition is something human and something calm. I want the space to feel almost like sound itself. Because I've been thinking a lot about the relationship between human and sound, that's instruments. How sound heals, how it carries memory, how it stays with us emotionally. That is why I want the work with instruments like the violin, cello, and other forms connected to the sound and emotion. And at the same time, I will still use the wood-like fragments to build human figures, because for me, they represent how we are all built piece by piece through pressure, chaos, experiences, and growth. Sometimes I suspend part of the wood in space because I want it to reflect something important, and that's the unstable moments. People can still be holding meaning. We can still be calm. Like even in calm, we can still be something whole, something tangible. That is the word. So, what my creative process looks like behind the scene is honestly very simple. I show up. Even when I don't feel like I show up, I spend time with my work. I adjust things, I sit with it quietly, and over time, with consistency and everything, it's built up. There is no really shortcuts to it, no shortcuts to that path. I have to sit with it. What I think about Nigerian art space right now is the visibility, which is important, but staying more grounded to your work is even more important. A lot of artists are trying to be seen, but I think sustainability comes from staying true to your voice and continue to refine it over time. For me, this win doesn't change the core of the work. It gives me a wider platform to keep building honestly. And what I would say to my version that almost gave up is very simple. Stay. Stay to your process. Stay with the work, because even when it feels unclear, growth is still happening quietly. Yes. and thank you.